Hi, I'm Mary Turner. Join me this week for The Doors, Off the Record.
If The Doors came out today, I don't think we'd get on the radio. When I was a teenager, my dreams were basically I was supposed to get laid, is what they were. I went to an all-boys high school. You can imagine 2,000 boys. Yay. Just the smell in that place was amazing. Yikes.
The Doors, Off the Record, on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made?
Westwood One presents Off the Record with Mary Turner, brought to you by Odyssey, the new sound system from Delco Electronics. You won't just hear it, you'll feel it. And by the U.S. Army. Learn how to get an edge on life. Be all you can be.
It was a band. We always thought of it as a band. There were four guys. Jim played voice. I played keyboards. Robbie played guitar. John played drums. Each one of those was necessary. We could have easily been a band with a saxophone player up front. We were a band with a word man, with the singer up front. All four guys, take one of those guys away and there would be no Doors. As far as the Doors were concerned, each person was absolutely equal to the other guy in terms of artistic creation. This is a band. This is our band. This is not Jim Morrison and the Doors, Jim Morrison and his backup band. It was announced once at some concert we played. The announcer said, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Morrison and the Doors. And Jim went up to the announcer and said, stop. The guy came off stage. He said, stop, go back and do it the right way. And the guy said, what are you talking about? I just announced you. He said, no, this band is not called Jim Morrison and the Doors. He said, what's the name of this band? The guy said, well, the Doors. He said, well, go up there and announce that the Doors are coming on. So Jim made the guy go back on the stage and say, excuse me, could you please welcome the Doors?
5 to 1, baby, 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive now. You get yours, baby, I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try.
Densmore, Krieger, Manzarek, and Morrison. We've been listening to their music for over 20 years, and we'll probably listen for at least 20 more. What was it? What is it about their music that continues to captivate, stimulate, and entertain us? Maybe we'll find the answer in the next hour, or maybe we'll just enjoy the search. I'm Mary Turner, and I'll be right back to talk with the official keeper of the flame, Ray Manzarek. The Doors, Off the Record.
Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin. Wake up! You can't remember where it was. Has this dream stopped?
The Doors, 1965 to 1971. Just 6 years of working together, and now they're challenging their third generation of fans. Must be the mix: a flamenco guitarist, a jazz drummer, a classically trained pianist, and a poet.
When I was a teenager, my dreams were basically I was supposed to get laid, is what they were. I went to an all-boys high school. You can imagine 2,000 boys. Yay. Just the smell in that place was amazing. Yikes. But I was in rock and roll bands as a teenager. I played with my brothers, and when they came to California, they got a surf band together called Rick and the Ravens, and I used to play with Rick and the Ravens, and we actually made a couple of singles for Aura Records, division of World Pacific. My dreams were I've been asked this question 3 times now. What were your dreams as a teenager? I don't think I really had dreams that way as a teenager. I think my teen years, I played music. I would have loved to have been a recording artist because Little Richard and Fats Domino and Jerry Lee Lewis, rock and roll was really happening then. Mid to late 50s, and the explosion of teen rock and roll was just incredible, and it would have been wonderful to have been in a band. I was in school. I was going to school. I was going to get my degree, and actually what I was going to do was probably go to law school, and because, the chances of making a living at being a rock and roller are slim at best. I did go to law school. I went to UCLA Law School. I put in 2 weeks in law school and said, whoops, mistake. Big mistake has been made here. And then somebody said, they have a film department here that's really good. And I thought, that's it, perfect. And Morrison was the same way. Exactly the same thing happened to him down in Florida. He left Florida to come to UCLA to go to the film school. He had been in theater and literature and poetry and not film, but photography. Music, not so much. Jim was, he loved music, but he didn't actually perform music. So that was an aspect of cinema that he wasn't really that involved in, although he had a great musical ear. So we both finally made it to the UCLA Film School, and that's where we met. Then the rest becomes history. Yeah, it is a couple of film guys, getting into rock and roll. But it seemed like a good idea at the time.
The day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried? Break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side. I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes, arms and chains, eyes and lines. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through. Oh yeah! Bay to sea, we can go east, day to day, hour to hour. The other side, break on through to the other side, break on through, break on through, break on through, break on through.
The Doors jammed, of course, but the Doors didn't jam in the creation of songs. The creation of a song is a very, very difficult and laborious process. Sometimes they come very spontaneously and easily, but other Doors songs took a long time to gestate. For instance, the song Waiting for the Sun doesn't even appear on the album called Waiting for the Sun. We had been working on the song Waiting for the Sun. We're in the recording studio hoping that we could get the song completed, but we never really got the song to gel, and we all loved the title so much that Jim said, hey, let's call the album Waiting for the Sun. And we said, well, the song's not ready. And Jim had a good point. He said, well, no one will know that there's a song called Waiting for the Sun. It's just the album is called Waiting for the Sun. When we get it, we'll put it on an album and we'll figure out what to say about it later. Well, here we are 20 years later still trying to explain why Waiting for the Sun was not on the Waiting for the Sun album, because it wasn't ready. It was still baking. It was still cooking in the subconscious mind of the Doors.
At waiting for you to hear my song, waiting for you to come along, waiting for you to tell me what went wrong. This is the strangest life I've ever known. Can't you feel it now that spring has come, that it's time to live in the scattered sun? Waiting for the sun, waiting for the sun, waiting for the sun. Waiting for the sun.
Robbie had a unique style, and a lot of it, he didn't use a pick. He used his fingers, playing like a classical guitar or flamenco guitar. So he's one of the only people who played electric guitar with his fingers, his fingernails. And obviously Indian music played a great influence in The Doors, and on the song, The End, it's like it's a raga for us is what it is.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end of everything that stands, the end, no safety or surprise, the end, I'll never look into your again. Can you picture what will be so limitless and free, desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land?
The first half hour of the movie is good. You think, oh, this is going to be pretty good. Then it just, God, it goes downhill, and it goes on and on and on and on. Jim's drunk and drunk and drunk and drunk and drinking out of a bottle and taking low-grade acid and fighting and fighting and fighting with the band and fighting with everybody, jumping out of windows. You know, it's like, kill this guy already. Who is this slob? I'm sitting there watching this movie thinking, I would never be in a band with this jerk. I would have walked out after the first 6 months. Why am I in this band with this idiot? This man is a complete idiot. I hate him. What an awful human being. Get him out. I quit. I'm out of here, you know. Oh, well, what are you going to do?
You make your own film. Ray's rebuttal to Oliver Stone's The Doors is Soft Parade, a video that shows the band as Ray remembers them. We'll hear about both right after this, Off the Record. I'm Mary Turner. I'm Mary Turner, back with Ray Manzarek. The Doors, Off the Record.
The movie will begin in 5 moments, the mindless voice announced. All those unseated will await the next show. We filed slowly, languidly into the hall. The auditorium was vast and silent. As we seated and were darkened, the voice continued. The program for this evening is not new. You have seen this entertainment through and through. You've seen your birth, your life and death. You might recall all of the rest. Did you have a good world when you died? Enough to base a movie on?
Enough to base a movie on? It's enough to base a couple of movies and a few videos on. Of course, not everyone likes every version. For instance, Ray Manzarek had a few problems with Oliver Stone's vision of the Doors.
My gang will get you.
And you got the Doors. You don't have to make scenes up, you know. I mean, that's a long story as to what is the true ones and what isn't. But why he chose to do that, I cannot for the life of me believe. I can't figure that out. Why do you make up stories about the Doors? Why are you making up scenes? There's no need to do that. You know, the TV commercial with the car, that never happened. Jim throws a TV set at me. That never happened. Jim Morrison wouldn't throw a TV set at me. That didn't happen. Jim burns Pam's closet. He locks her in the closet. That never happened. The duck scene, the big turkey and duck scene never happened. That's supposed to be after Ray and Dorothy's wedding. It never happened. Ray and Dorothy get married at City Hall along with Jim and Pam. They came down with us. They were our best man and our bridesmaid. After the wedding, it was on a judge's lunch hour. After the wedding, we went to Olvera Street. We had margaritas and we had enchiladas on Olvera Street. On a lovely, warm winter day, December 21st, 1967, a day after our wedding, we played with the Grateful Dead at the Shrine Auditorium. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. You know, instead, he chose to have some kind of a crazy scene with Jim on low-grade acid. That's really the term that's Oliver Stone dropping his pants and showing you exactly what he's got. He doesn't know what he's talking about. There is no such thing as low-grade acid. There is only acid. It depends on how much you take or don't take, and even that doesn't matter. The less you take, you don't have to take a lot of LSD. It's the place that it puts you in your mind that's important. There is no such thing as low-grade acid. That white powder man, white powder ma up there. Ooh. Boy, that movie infuriated me, man. And especially, again, to get back to what you were saying, it infuriates me and angers me, not for me personally, but for Jim. Jim's not here. If Jim was here, he would tear Oliver Stone a new brain pan. Come here, sucker, he would say to him. This is terrible. Not even artistic. It's not a good movie. It just doesn't work as a film.
Well, I dig a little down about an hour ago. Took a look around, they went with a wind blow. With a little girl in a Hollywood bungalow. Are you a lucky little lady in the city of light? Or did you know the lost angel? City at night, city at night, city at night, city at night. Woo! Oh!
saw it done, it confirmed everything that I thought it was going to be when I read the script. When I first read the script, and I thought, this is terrible. This is ridiculous. This isn't the Doors. This is the New York Dolls meets Aerosmith. This is like some 1978, 77. It's a white powder band with booze. The Doors were psychedelic. We weren't a white powder band. There was no white powder going around at the time. What do you got? This is overamped, overdusted, overboozed. You know, Jim drank, but my God, this is insane. I mean, the way he had him drinking in the movie was insane. Then I saw the film, the completed version, and I said that's exactly what it was, exactly like the script. It was as bad, the movie was as bad as the script. The music sounded great. Paul Rothchild did a brilliant job on the music. Photography looked good. Val Kilmer did an adequate job. Kyle MacLachlan as me was a little stiff, a little wooden. Would advise a little relax, a little hemp would help the man, I think. Try a hemp stick. You know, I think that would help him. And the two guys who played John and Robbie, I thought did a good job. Frank Whaley, particularly as Robbie Krieger, was excellent. Really had Robbie down, did a brilliant job at that. And Meg Ryan was not Pam, no way, no how. That didn't work at all. Photography was great, music was great, but the story that he chose to tell, it's like, are you kidding, man? That's not the Doors, that's not psychedelic, that's not the 60s.
Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss. Another flashing chance at bliss. Another kiss, another kiss. The days are bright and filled with pain. Enclose me in your gentle rain. The time you ran was too insane. We'll meet again. We'll meet again. Freedom lies, the streets are fields that never die. Deliver me from reasons why you'd rather cry. I'd rather fly. The crystal ship is being filled. A thousand girls, a thousand thrills, a million ways to spend your time. When we get back, I'll drop a line. That it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
I directed all three of those videos. The first one was called Dance on Fire, came out around 1985. Then Live at the Hollywood Bowl, 88, I suppose, something like that. And a new one that's just come out, The Soft Parade. And these are, The Soft Parade especially is, I would say, is my rebuttal to Oliver Stone. He portrayed one Jim Morrison. In The Soft Parade, I show you the real Jim Morrison.
Stick around. More of The Real Doors coming up off the record. I'm Mary Turner. I'm Mary Turner, back with The Doors, the myth, the music, and the movies. Off the record.
I want to tell you about Texas radio and the Big beat. Comes out of the Virginia swamps, cool and slow with plenty of precision. The backbeat narrow and hard to master. Some call it heavenly in its brilliance, others mean and rueful of the Western dream. I love the friends I have gathered together in this thin raft. We have constructed pyramids in honor of our escaping. This is the land where the Pharaoh died. The Negroes in the forest, brightly feathered, they are saying, forget the night, live with us in forests of azure. Out here in the perimeter there are no stars. Out here we is stone, immaculate. Now listen to this, I'll tell you about the heartache. I'll tell you about the heartache and the loss of God. I'll tell you about the hopeless night, the meager food for souls forgot. I'll tell you about the maiden with wrought iron soul. I'll tell you this, no eternal reward will forgive us now for wasting the dawn.
Ever watch old home movies? You as the adorable toddler, the precocious teenager, the know-it-all adult? It can be your own private Twilight Zone or a wonderful diary. Now imagine letting the world watch those films. Ray Manzarek.
Well, I'm always watching Jim and John and Robbie and Ray. You know, every time I sit down and watch the stuff, it brings back all the old memories, and it's a very emotional experience for me, and I really like it. I really enjoy watching it, and it's also very sad because Jim is gone. So watching him on film, a ghost, there's only a ghost, that's all that's left of the ghost images that are on the TV monitors as we're watching it. So it's kind of, it's tragic. Watching the footage is tragic. Then I have to get over that emotional involvement and remove myself from it, and then, watch it just in terms of content. Is this a good shot? Does everyone look good here? Is this an odd angle? Where do we cut? So, that becomes the director's. Then I put on my directorial hat and, have to take Ray Manzarek, keyboard player of the Doors, out of that situation. Otherwise, quite frankly, I'd cry. I might start to cry, watching those young men from those golden days of the 60s, that late 60s period when we actually thought we could change the world. And people thought we could make the world a better place for all of mankind. Black, yellow, brown, red, white, green, purple. It didn't matter what the color of your skin was. All that really mattered was the content of your heart. Wasn't there somebody else who said that? Wasn't there a great man in Washington, D.C.? He said, I see a time. Standing and talking in Washington, D.C. in front of thousands of people, Martin Luther King said, I see a time when man will be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And we seem to have lost that whole thing in America, unfortunately. Perhaps we'll get it back again.
She lives on Love Street, lingers long on Love Street. She has a house and garden. I would like to see what happens. has robes and she has monkeys, lazy diamond-studded flunkies. She has wisdom and knows what to do. She has me and she has you. On Love Street, there's the store where the creatures meet. I wonder what they do in there. Summer, Sunday, and a year. I guess I like it fine so far. Lingers long on Love Street. She has a house and garden. I would like to see what happens. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
On the Soft Parade video, you get to see the Doors create. We're in the studio while they're recording. It's eons away from Truth or Dare. It's wonderfully normal and relaxed. Obviously, not an outsider behind the camera.
Paul Ferrara, a buddy, a friend of ours from the UCLA Film School. Jim and I went to film school at UCLA and both graduated. Unlike the Oliver Stone movie, which shows Jim Morrison saying, "I quit," he didn't quit. In fact, he graduated. And Paul Ferrara was a friend of ours there, another psychedelic artiste. And he was our cameraman, so we hired Paul to be our cameraman. This was like throughout the year of 1968 and some of 1969. So he just came along with us and shot a lot of footage. And that's where all of the Doors' archival footage comes from Paul Ferrara. Nice studio sequence. You actually see the Doors creating a song and hemming and hawing over how to start it, who comes in next, and all the things that musicians do when you're making music. It just doesn't come full blown, and there it is. We're all set and ready to go. You labor over who comes in, what part, A, B, C. Do we go to the chorus? When do we go to the verse? Where the solos come in?
Well, she's fashionably lean, and she's fashionably late. She'll never rank a scene, she'll never break a day. But she's no drag, just watch the way she walks. She's a 20th century fox. She's a 20th century fox. No tears, no fears, no ruin years, no clock. She's a 20th century fox. Oh, yeah. She's the queen of cool, and she's the lady who waits. Sense of mind, let's go on. It never hesitates. She won't waste time on elementary talk, 'cause she's
soldier. Breakfast where the news is read, television, children fed, unborn living, living dead. Bullet strikes the helmet's head, and it's all over for the unknown soldier. It's all over for the unknown soldier.
Electro's a great record company. Jack Holtzman and all the rest of the people there gave us really carte blanche. They gave us all the artistic freedom. They just said, don't say dirty words on the record. That's all, you know. Don't use the F word because they'll give us trouble. But other than that, man, anything goes. So we took the Unknown Soldier to them, and they were very, very pleased with it. Then they took it out and tried to get it played on various TV shows, and TV shows around America said, absolutely not, we're not going to play this. Morrison, blood coming out of his mouth, tied up, being shot, and then that blood comes out, and then people's bodies, and in Vietnam, the explosions, and that soldier with all the... No, we're not playing. This is disgusting. So, banned once again, you know, the Doors always get banned. You know? I think we've finally gotten through the censorship barrier. It's only taken 25 years, but I think we're finally allowed to be played on television.
Well, good things come to those who wait, so stay tuned. More Doors off the record right after this. I'm Mary Turner. Jim, John, Ray, and Robbie, the Doors. Forget about the myths and the movies, enjoy the music. I'm Mary Turner, back with Ray Manzarek, off the record.
I'm a spy in the house of love. I know the dream that you're dreaming of. I know the word that you long to hear. I know your deepest secret fear.
Music can always affect people. It can always affect people. It's the obligation of the musician to affect change. It's the obligation of the musician to enter an almost trance-like state, a state of at once higher consciousness and a lower primeval consciousness that we all share, and we share with the animals. You enter that state of consciousness and a state of transcendent consciousness at the same time, and you create a vibratory art form. Music is just playing a note. You pluck a note on a guitar, pluck a string, vibrations come out. They vibrate the sound waves. They vibrate the air. Now, if you are in the right state of mind, you can vibrate the air to the audience in a way that puts them into a very, very exciting, very strange, very interesting place. That's the obligation of the musician. So as soon as our musicians today, as soon as younger guys coming up and girls coming up start to get a little heavy with their music, start to get a little psychedelic, to enter that state of mind where the doors of perception are cleansed, where you open the doors in your mind and your heart, and you start to tune in to the feminine power of the planet. When you start to tune into that feminine power of the planet, make your music from that place, then it's going to get really good again. Very, very heavy.
You mean eat your dinner, eat your pork and beans. I eat more chicken than any man ever seen. Yeah, yeah. I'm a backdoor man. Don't you know what the little girl understand? Well, I'm a backdoor man. I'm a backdoor man. Oh, baby, I'm a backdoor man. Don't you know what the little girls understand?
If the Doors came out today, I don't think we'd get on the radio the way the radio is right now. I think some of the FM stations would have the courage to play us, but the majority of FM and certainly AM stations would not play us at all because the Doors' message was one of a change of the basic foundation of American society. And that change means going from a military-industrial, capitalistic greed. There's nothing wrong with capitalism. Greed is the killer of capitalism. That's the thing that turns it into a sin. And the Doors, they wouldn't allow the Doors to be played because what we wanted was a harmonious place where you could go down into yourself and look at the darkness, look at what is inside of yourself and come to grips with that and heal yourself to come out a whole human being. We don't want a whole human being because a whole human being can think for themselves. That's what the Doors' message was. Think for yourself. Question the authority. Think for yourself. As soon as you start to think for yourself, you're lost to the party line. You're lost to the greed mongers of America, the capitalistic, the industrial greed mongers. Capitalism is fine. I love it. I think it's great. You do your job, you get paid, and you make a little profit. Beautiful. A decent profit for a decent day's work for a decent product. That's what it's all about, man. Make a decent product, give it to us for a good price, and by God, we'll give you the money for it. And you take a decent profit off of it. Don't take an obscene profit. Don't screw the public with this faulty product. Mm-hmm. See, we've lost the soul, we've lost our heart, we've lost the feeling that we're all brothers and sisters here in America, we, the people. And, the Doors wouldn't get on the radio today at all. We came at a different time when things were much more open and thought you could think for yourself.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. All right, yeah. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're Sidewalk crouches at her feet like a dog that begs for something sweet. Do you hope to make her see you, fool? Do you hope to pluck this dusky jewel? Hello!
The Doors, Off the Record with Mary Turner, has been brought to you by Odyssey, the new sound system from Delco Electronics. You won't just hear it, you'll feel it. And by the U.S. Army. Learn how to get an edge on life. Be all you can be. This program was written and produced by Marcia Richardson. Production and engineering by Fred Lindgren. Special thanks to Danny Sugarman. Off the Record with Mary Turner is a presentation of the Westwood One Radio Network. Executive producer, Norm Pattis.